Hello everybody and welcome back to our channel. Or if you're new here, I'm Laura.
And I'm Ryan, and we are Disney Pin Love, and welcome to day number 1 of Vlogmas!
Yes!
Woo!
So, we are kicking off Vlogmas with a fun pin tag that I found because our channel is all about pins. So we thought, why not kind of take it back and tell you our story. So, this is the My Disney Pin Story tag, and it was created by Tangled in Disney. So,
but just before we get into it, do make sure that you stay tuned right to the end, because we're going to have a bonus pin. We're doing an advent calendar opening at the end of the first 24 Vlogmas videos.
Yes, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, let's get started on this. Yeah, the first prompt, I just have them written down, so if I'm looking down, that's why. But the first prompt is, what made you start pin collecting? So,
okay.
Do you want to take that one?
I'll take that one as quickly as I can. So I went to Disney. I was pretty lucky. I got to go probably 7 or 8 times as a child throughout the years. And even later on, I was always down for a trip to Disney if my parents were offering. Laura and I went for the first time together in 2012. We went to Disneyland for a day in 2018. And up to that point, so it was maybe my 8th, 9th, 10th kind of trip. And even, Laura had to no awareness or recognition of Disney pins being a thing. And I'm sure they would have been there for most of that time.
Yeah. Since 2000.
So it was only, in California, our day in Disneyland in 2018, we really got bit by the bug. So we planned like a week and a half big trip, and that happened in, late April, early May of 2019 to Disney World. And it was in doing research for that I became just generally aware of pins.
Yeah.
Didn't look into it much, but I just remember we should, this sounds pretty cool. We should check it out.
Yeah. Yeah, and then I guess throughout that trip, I started seeing people were kind of pulling cast members aside and showing books and stuff, and I was like, what is happening? So,
and we were too scared.
Yeah,
for the first till I think it was all but the last day or last 2 days of our trip. I think maybe the second last day we bought some pins, not for trading. It was just okay, we want these. These are a souvenir.
Yeah.
And then the last day, which happened to be at Epcot, let's get into it. Let's do it.
So that's how it got started. So prompt number 2 says, show your first Disney pin and share details. What year, what park? So the year was 2019, clearly. Let me just get a good grip
If only
on
we
it.
could do a flashback.
The year was 2019, and this was our first pin that we picked up, and I believe we got it in Epcot, in the World Showcase, maybe in the corner in Africa.
Yeah, I think the little outpost, they have a good little pavilion there.
So the whole trip we were kind of looking and taking pictures of which ones we liked to think for the kind of near the end which ones we wanted to buy. So that was our first one.
Yes.
And number 3 says, do you have any special memories related to your first time collecting? And I would say that I do. So it was the last day, and we were staying at Coronado Springs at the time, and we just popped into the gift shop in the morning, and I picked out a booster set of pins. I think we can attach some pictures later, but yeah, so I picked that out, and then I just kind of mentioned to the cast member, I just said, oh, it's our first time trading, and then she was so kind, she zapped me with this really cute Tinkerbell pin, and that was just really special, a nice way to kind of start it off.
And I have my own quick one from the end of that day, I suppose. So we were at Epcot all day, and just leaving the park after, I think, fully becoming addicted to pin trading throughout that whole day, and getting a lot of scrappers, but that's a different story. We know a lot more now. But yeah, leaving the park, and that was the last day of our trip. And, after illuminations and everything, and seeing a guy in a parking lot that was a Disney cast member who was doing pin trading off of a pylon, one of the parking pylons. So we did a trade with him, and I'll never forget that.
I remember exactly what I gave him. So you bought me last minute a mystery box of the hot air balloon pins. So I forget which one it was, but anyways, I gifted maybe the Lion King one, I didn't gift it, I traded him for this really junky scrapper fruit hidden Mickey pin. Horrible. I regret that ever since, but it was still a fun memory. So, moving on. Number 4 is a funny question. Did your collection grow slowly or quickly?
Slowly for like a week.
Look around.
And then very, very quickly ever since.
It's grown very quickly. Okay, so number 5, what are your main collections? So that's a tricky question, but I would say that our main collections are Fab Five,
Yep.
Princesses,
Yep.
and Winnie the Pooh. So those kind of encompass the main ones. We
And
also
then-
have Monsters Inc. / Pixar. We also have
All-Mel.
miscellaneous, All-Mel,
And Duffy and Friends, getting more and more into
Duffy
that.
and Friends, Dumbo. We have a lot.
Holiday pins.
Yes. So moving on, prompt number 6 says, what was your first pin you traded for in the parks? So I don't remember exactly what my first one was, but I will insert some pictures now. And those just kind of show like
Yeah, the lanyard ever changing on that first day.
a few pins that we got along the way. So that will be fun. And prompt number 7, how do you display your pins?
Well, they're all around us, and that's a little preview. We're gonna, as part of Vlogmas, give you a bit of a tour of the pin room, but I would say they are mostly all on pin boards hung up around this room and spilling into a few other spots in the house.
So cork boards and shadow boxes right now, but I do plan to get some onto canvas. Okay, so prompt number 8 says, what are your smallest and biggest collections? So you can tell you know our biggest one.
Biggest collection, Fab Five, for sure.
So we're not going to show you that. Again, you'll see kind of an overview during a special video during Vlogmas, but I brought along my smallest collection to show you guys, and that is Rapunzel. So I haven't added a Rapunzel pin for months. I don't know if I'm just super picky or what it is, but that is my smallest collection right there. So all 8 pins.
Yeah, I guess you're not quite tangled up in Rapunzel pins yet.
No, I guess not. Okay, so moving on. Number 9, do you have any special event pins? So I would say that we have a ton of them. Were we there for those events? No,
Not
we
always.
just like the pins. But if you want to share this one,
Of course.
though we didn't get it at the event.
We were there while this was happening.
Yeah, so we got this after the fact.
So yeah, it would have been May 2019 when we were there, and we did get to see and enjoy the Flower and Garden Festival very much.
Yes.
Very pretty. It just so happens that in sort of the recent years, some of those trips that I did to Disney, even sometimes a few in university with a friend here and there, I didn't even really recognize at the time it was a festival. I thought it was happening all the time, just because that's the time we would have been going after after the semester was over in late April, early May, before summer jobs started.
Okay, so number 10, show a collection you have stopped collecting. Well, that would be none of them, because I just continue to collect all the things.
Pass.
Next, show your smallest and largest pins.
Cool.
So I think we can do this together. Do you want to take the largest one just because?
If I can hold it.
Yeah, so we will kind of show you together. So smallest being this tiny kingdom pin, and largest being this gorgeous Windows of Magic Sorcerer Mickey pin. So that's a pretty special one to me. So you can see, I mean, this pin is the size of Mickey's head.
Yeah, it's probably, 8 or 10 of those would make up this.
Yeah. Okay, so where were we? Number 12, share a pin that is special to you. So I also decided to go with that one.
I'll share
I think
it.
you would agree.
Yeah, great choice. I didn't pick at any of these actually, but I agree 100%. So we have the painting. It's in this room. I think you've seen it before. You'll see it again during the tour.
Yeah.
And we picked up the pin after. I was just so overjoyed to learn there even was a pin of this.
Yeah.
And I won't even get into the whole long story, but the painting is something that I've loved for many years, and it was sort of lost, I suppose, and then we were able to replace it on our trip, and we had it framed. So super cool to have the pin and the painting.
Yes. And we love Mickey. And we love Walt.
Yep.
Next, show us your first resort pin. So, again, not exactly one that we got on the trip because this pin trading happened.
We're going to have like 7 pins our whole lives.
Yeah. So we got this one. So Disney's Coronado Springs, that was the first Disney resort we stayed at, I guess. And it's just a really cute pin. Some hidden Mickeys around there.
Definitely.
Simple little icon. So that's our first one. And then, so number 14 says show your newest pin. And so at the time of filming, because we are doing this a bit in advance, this one is our newest pin. Cute little Alumel. So we're just obsessed with him.
Yes, yeah, that'll be cool at some point. I don't know if it'll happen during Vlogmas, but at some point, anyways, a tour of the whole Alumel collection.
Yes, we will share that soon. All right, so number 15, show us your smallest edition size pin. So I didn't spend too much time looking around because we recently did a video of our limited edition pins, which we can link up there. So I remember that this one had a really small LE size.
Yeah, was it 250?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I didn't dig to see if we have smaller because, again, you have to take them all off the boards, and that is just a mission. So we're going with this.
Love that one. And yeah, we're sort of having our first day of snow out the window right now, so this is fitting.
Okay, so number 16, share a pin with a cool feature. So I am sharing a hinge pin today of my favorite princess. So you've got Princess Tiana there, and it opens up, and there you have it. So that is a pretty cool feature and a really special pin that I'm thankful to have because I love that movie.
Yes.
So
always love watching it. Great music, great scenes in Nolans, gotta love it. Haven't got to do that for a while.
It's been a bit.
So that was number 16?
Yeah, number 16.
So there's only 84 more to go?
Oh, yeah.
No, we're just joking.
We told you we were going to keep Vlogmas videos short, and here we go. Our first one's going to be probably 20 minutes long. Anyways,
3 to go.
17, show a pin you purchased from your first Disney trip. So again, we already showed you. I will briefly review that again. I guess this is from your most recent Disney trip. Sorry.
Wow.
So, I mean, this was our most recent.
Same.
Thanks, COVID. How rude. We haven't been since 2019, but we do hope to go during the 50th.
Yes.
So, at some point, we will be there. I don't care what it takes.
We will, yes.
Number 18. What pins would you like to collect more of in the future? What do you think my answer to that is?
You know what? I don't know.
All the pins.
Okay. I thought I was going to be all the pins. It's sort of a non-answer.
I just want to keep.
I have a specific answer.
Okay.
Attraction pins.
Okay.
I would just love to sort of have a sub collection, and this is the hard thing with collections. Is like we have somewhere it's some of the Fab Five on Space Mountain. Is that a Fab Five pin? Is it an attraction pin? It's both, I guess.
Right.
But I'd love to have sort of a sub-collection of attraction-related ones.
Okay, cool. And then, so the last question, number 19, what advice would you give someone who is looking to start pin collecting and trading? Well, my advice, because I learned the hard way, is look out for scrappers. Educate yourself about what those look like if you plan to trade in the parks and even online, because scrappers suck. Some people don't mind scrappers if they're just keeping them in their collection, but I absolutely hate them. When I found out they were all fake, I was so upset because I spent a lot of money on my first booster set. Like, buying pins in a Disney gift shop is not cheap. And then I traded all those for absolute junk. So just learn about that. And also join online trading groups because you will not regret it and you will meet a ton of awesome people. And anything that you...
Yeah, I think my advice would just be patient with it. We didn't do that. It is fun to be on the hunt, definitely. So, it's just when you get into it, it's mind-boggling how many different kinds of pins are out there. Almost anything you could imagine, there probably is a pin to represent that. So do your research, be patient, and have fun.
Yeah.
Don't, you know, it's not a race. You'll acquire the pins, but half the fun is in sort of the quest for those in search of ones.
And that's a good point, because I find I'm getting better at being patient, because I'll often see a pin that I really like, but then I'm like, I know I'll see that again. Like, you always see pins again, with the exception of that
Celebration Mickey, WDI, 90th celebration, ISO,
we will pay,
any money.
Yeah.
Come to me, don't come to her.
Anyways, you will always see pins again. Like, you might be like, oh my god, I love that, I've never seen it before. But just wait, you'll see it again, and then it is fun to kind of spread out the joy. Like, you don't need to buy everything all at once.
Yeah.
So that's a good point.
And then finally, as you said, just lean into the community, because it is such a fantastic community of friendly people that you can get to know, and that's one of the best parts. Start a YouTube channel, share the journey. Share
all the pins online, because it's great. But that brings us to the end of our tag and the end of day 1 of Vlogmas. We are not specifically going to tag anybody, but certainly to anybody watching this, if you want to do this, let us know if you do it, because we would love to watch your video. And do you have a comment down below?
I think any like, what's your favorite part of pin trading, or how did you get into it? I'd love to know more about the origin story of others, if you can even remember, because I know some of you have been doing it for decades now, which is really awesome too.
Yeah. All right.
Like, so I was just thinking of Kevin. Kevin, if you're watching, hi Kevin.
Hi Kevin.
And the absurdly large collection that I think your family has. Like, it's crazy to think it probably all started with one pin.
Oh yeah. Yeah, well, it did. Yeah, so thank you everybody for watching. If you like this video, give us a big thumbs up, and also consider subscribing to our channel. And stay tuned for pin time. So, see you in the next video.
It's pin time!
Let's see what we got today.
Got a little green envelope. I'm gonna try to pull this out face down. Bit of a tight fit for today.
Ooh, is it like a... Oh, it looks like a Tsum Tsum, but I don't know if they have their own Tsum Tsums there.
It is a Hong Kong Disneyland pin, and it looks like it's from 2017. So we'll show you first. Now do the reveal.
Oh, it's not like a Yufufi or something you call it. So I think that's Chip.
He's got the right nose and just the one tooth.
His coloring is off, but yeah, Chip has one tooth and Dale has two. That's cute.
I like it. I'm here for it.
I literally love everything that we've got so far.
It looks like winter has been good to him.
Yeah, he's so fat. That's awesome. Thanks for watching.